Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to the Mixer, and I am really excited for today's video, man. I'm really excited and I don't know why, because there's a lot of pressure that I'm putting on myself, because I want to get this just right. And I'm going to be talking about a particular athlete, in a sport that I'm still starting to understand, and well, this guy's the GOAT. The guy's the greatest of all time, as the title says, so I gotta try to get this video done as perfectly as possible, or as best as I can, okay? I'm gonna be giving you guys another player profile here on my channel today, talking about possibly a player with the most American name ever, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. So his father was named the exact same thing, and I'm pretty sure you guys know he's a quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He played for many years for the New England Patriots. There was he had a whole dynasty built around him and the head coach, whose name I wrote down here so I wouldn't forget, and I forgot. Bill Belichick. Okay, so he was known as he's known as one of the greatest head coaches ever, while Tom Brady's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, and they kind of made a subculture around the team that was dubbed the Patriot Way, so maybe more on them later, but for now I just want to talk about more about Tom specifically, and I'm going to try to sort of I'm going to read directly from the source here many times so I don't butcher any details, it's just one of those things that I want to get right, So anyway, he played his first 20 seasons with the Patriots, like I said before, where he was pretty much a central contributor, the main contributor to their dynasty from 2001 all the way to 2019, and I mean he's still playing today, and he's 44, and he's considered to be the greatest quarterback of all time. Actually, there is a tidbit of info that I saw this on Twitter and I screenshotted it because I knew that it was gonna come in handy when I did this video. Let me see if I can find it here. Here we go. Tom Brady has personally won more Super Bowls than any other NFL team. So he by himself has won more titles than, any other team throughout their whole entire history, which is really impressive. And he's still playing today. So why he left the Patriots and went to the Bucks, I have no idea, but could have gone to the Miami Dolphins, my team, it's just like the same city more or less, could have just, but anyway, so I'm going to be talking about a few of his career highlights right here, okay, but just a few of them that I can name. So a total of 7 Super Bowl championships that he won, okay. He was voted the 5-time Super Bowl MVP, okay, so 5 times he was voted that, 3-time NFL Most Valuable Player, okay, and 2 times the NFL Offensive Player of the Year, okay, and 3-time first team All-Pro, okay, and 2-time second team All-Pro, okay, 14 Pro Bowls that he won, okay, 4-time NFL passing touchdowns leader, 3-time NFL passing yards leader, and 2-time NFL passer rating leader, okay. So he also has a few other miscellaneous ones, but I wanted to read more of the ones that are multiple, like for example, he was voted twice the Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year and 5-time KCC AFC Offensive Player of the Year. I don't know what the hell this is. AFC is American Football Championship, but KFC I have no idea. KCC. Okay, so he also has a few records within the NFL that I'm going to be talking about in a little bit, okay, and now I'm going to be getting into his actual career statistics here, okay, so get ready for this one. 11,152 passing attempts, okay, out of which 7,156 were completed, okay, so his completion percentage of passing is 64.2%, okay, his touchdown to interception ratio is 615 to 201, okay, a total of 82,975 passing yards, holy freaking crap. His passer rating is 97.6, he has a total of 1,095 rushing yards and 26 rushing touchdowns. Not too shabby, eh? So before I continue on to the next part, let me insert a little clip here of Brady doing his thing.
3rd and goal. Brady under pressure. A flag is down in the end zone, and Tom gets into the end zone, pending the call. Well, you see Brady get a lot of touchdowns on runs, but they're all from the 1-yard line, almost never from the 4.
Pretty impressive, huh? I'm telling you, man, this guy knows his football, all right? He's pretty okay. He's aight. He's pretty all right, you know? So a few tidbits of info here. After playing college football at Michigan, he was selected 199th overall, you know, by the Patriots in the 6th round of the NFL draft back in 2000, you know? And it's funny because he actually later became the biggest draft steal, which in American football is a player who is drafted very low, but goes on to have a very successful career, you know? And well, he was drafted very low, got picked, and he became one of the greatest, if not the best player ever. So, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, kind of like a big draft steal, all right? So he became the starting quarterback in his 2nd season already, you know, and they won their first Super Bowl, you know, their title in Super Bowl, I do believe it's 36 based on the Roman numerals here. So he was the primary starter for 18 seasons and led them to 17 freaking division titles. That is freaking insane, which included 11 consecutive from 2009 to 2019. So a decade, and every single year he won a division title for them, you know. And then 13 AFC championship games, which 8 of them were consecutive from 2011 to 2018. 9 Super Bowl appearances, okay, and he won 7. 6 Super Bowl titles, all in 6 Super Bowl titles. Oh yeah, because I don't think it counted his most recent one. All NFL records for a player and a franchise, you know. Everything that I said here are records for the Patriots and also him individually as a player, you know. Then he joined the Buccaneers last year, and he actually won a Super Bowl again, you know, which extended his individual records to 10 Super Bowl appearances and 7 victories, you know. So everything that I said before was with the Patriots. He went to the Bucs and won his 7th, okay? He has a lot of different records, you know, but his success is also noted for his longevity, you know, because he's 44 and he's still playing. There is speculation that he might play until he's 50, you know, but there's nothing to actually really confirm that, you know. But I'm pretty sure that given his very long, his track record, he might just actually keep going for even longer than that. I don't know. He was 43 in the latest Super Bowl, and he got the record for being the oldest player to be named the Super Bowl MVP and win a Super Bowl as the starting quarterback, and is also the oldest NFL MVP ever when he was 40 back in 2017, you know. And he is the only quarterback who was named to 2 all-decade teams, which was the 2000s and 2010s, and was unanimously named to the 100th anniversary all-time team in 2019, which goes without, so there's like, there was no surprise in that at all, you know. And it's also, he is the only Super Bowl MVP. No, sorry, not that. Oh yes, he is the only quarterback to win the Super Bowl in 3 different decades. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, in the 2000s, the 2010s, and now the 2020s, right? That is freaking crazy. That's almost like that one fellow who played ice hockey. I think it was George Howie. I think it was George Howie, you know. He played hockey for like 40 years, I think, you know, in a bunch of different decades. There was Mark Messier as well, you know. No, sorry, Gordie Howe and Mark Messier, but I think Gordie played for much longer. Just go watch my top 10 NHL players. You guys will understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, Brady is freaking insane. Brady is freaking insane. And I have seen a few games recently, you know, him playing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I go on YouTube and watch a lot of the highlights from his days playing with the Patriots, you know. And even though I don't understand football too well, I gotta say, man, I mean, it's really impressive just watching him work his magic, you know, because it seems like, I mean, there are a lot of attempts and a lot of misses, but it seems like he actually nails the mark much more than he misses, you know. So he will throw a ball to a player. He knows the trajectory, he knows the amount of strength, he knows where the player will be, and the guy always catches it, you know. I think it's rare to see Brady fumble, you know. It happened when I was playing Madden NFL, you know. If you guys go on my playlist, you actually see me playing against him with the Miami Dolphins, and I almost lost. You know, spoiler alert, I won't tell you how the game ended, but I almost lost thanks to Brady, you know. But I did tackle him at one point. That felt really good. So, yeah, it's really insane, man, you know. And I'm going to be getting now, after this right here, I'm going to be getting into his career records, you know, this and that. I wanted to talk a little bit about his life here, what he's done. It's so crazy, man, reading about all of his stats here. People still think that he is the greatest footballer ever of all time, you know, even though he's played in a modern game. There was a very heated rivalry between him and Peyton Manning and also Eli Manning, the brothers, you know, a few years back. But I'll probably get into that later. I might do a whole entire video just about Peyton, just because they're rivals, you know. But before I get into the next part, let's take a look at another highlight, huh?
With 3:26 remaining. Will Brady run for it? They give him the whole field. Brady slides to the 12. Of all ways to get it done. 17-yard run.
Okay, so after that amazing play, let's keep going. Let's continue. Guys, this is fun. I hope you guys are still with me because I'm having a lot of fun doing this, you know. Now, let's get into his career records, and to make it easier, you know, I'm going to bunch them up with regular season and playoffs. You know, I'm going to combine both to make it a little easier. Tom Brady has never lost a single season, you know, never, and he is the only Super Bowl MVP for two different teams. So, in the order that they're listed here, most games won by a player, you know, with 274. Okay, most games won by a quarterback, also 274. Most games played by a quarterback, 359. Most games started by a quarterback, 357. Most games played by a skill position player, 359. Most games started by a skill position player, 357. Okay, most combined passing yards, holy crap, 95,787. Most combined pass completions, 8,262. Most combined passing attempts, 12,916. Most combined touchdown passes, 700. Most game-winning drives, 66. Most fourth quarter comebacks, 50. Most NFL championships by player, 7. And most times sacked, 609. I do believe sacked is when you're tackled while you're the quarterback who has the ball after the snap and waiting to throw it, you know, while you're calling the audible. I think that's when you get sacked. So yeah, guys, a little bit of info for you there, and it's still crazy, man. There are many more records, you know, but remember, these are the ones that I separated, combining the regular season and the playoffs, you know. And you guys can just go look up later the ones that he had individually. It's gonna make it easier. But anyway, so I want to talk about his personal life now. You know, it's kind of funny because he is married to Brazilian supermodel Gisele Bündchen, you know, who is like the object of affection for so many men around the world. You know, they actually started dating in 2006 after he dated for a while and broke up with Bridget Monahan, who was an actress, you know. Apparently, she had once confirmed that she was more than 3 months pregnant with his child, you know, and I guess maybe he does still have a child, but they come from I actually don't know now. How many kids does this guy have? Does it say here? I don't know, maybe his child was born with Bridget, but I want to focus on Gisele. They actually started dating in 2006, you know, which they were set up on a blind date, you know, by a mutual friend, which is kind of hilarious if you think about it, because you're Tom Brady and you're going on a blind date and you find out it's Gisele Bündchen, you know, and you're Gisele and you're going on a blind date and you find out it's Tom Brady. I mean, it's literally a match made in heaven, you know, two very rich, you know, amazingly attractive people, you know, but it's just a match made in heaven, you know. So then they actually got married in 2009, you know, in Santa Monica, California, and they have two kids, a son, you know, named Benjamin, who was born in 2009, and a daughter named Vivian, who was born in 2012. I don't know why I'm getting so into detail, you know, but just there is one small thing here that I think is really interesting. The baseball player Kevin Youkilis, they actually are brothers-in-law now, because he married his sister Julie, you know, so it's really cool. He has a niece, you know, who is a college softball player, you know, for the UCLA Bruins, you know, so basically his whole family plays sports, you know, and his extended family as well. They have a bunch of houses, you know, and in places, New York, Florida, you know, Massachusetts, a bunch of places they can afford it, and it's really cool. I don't want to talk about his involvement in like his diet and all of that stuff, you know, although he does say that this is interesting. He advocates a daily water intake in ounces of half of one's body weight in pounds, and admits to consuming a couple hundred ounces daily. Holy freaking crap. He avoids most fruits, mushrooms, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, coffee, Gatorade. He doesn't drink Gatorade. Isn't the NFL sponsored by Gatorade? White sugar, flour, gluten, dairy, soda, cereal, white rice, potatoes, and bread. That's depressing, dude. That's depressing. I don't know how he can survive without eating all of this stuff, but let's take a look at him doing something else here.
Goes for the deep shot. He's got a touchdown! Scotty Miller! Oh my gosh! Scotty Miller got behind the defense and for 39 yards gets the touchdown, and what a half by Tom Brady.
Is that Kevin King that was in coverage? I couldn't tell.
Come on, admit it. Even if you don't like football, you don't get tired of seeing those clips. Tom Brady, man, he transcends sports, you know? Even if you don't like football, you can enjoy watching him play, huh? So a random thing that I found out here while looking at my cheat sheet, when he actually appeared with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2020, you know, it was his 18th postseason appearance, and it was the first time that his team had qualified as a wild card, you know? In sports, it's like a form of qualification for a team that didn't make it to the league in a normal way, you know? They failed to qualify normally, so they just like by having a high ranking or winning a qualifying stage or something, you know. So basically he just kind of like, I don't know, they just qualified directly through some other means, you know. But anyway, guys, there is a video by Watch Mojo talking about Tom Brady. Very old video. You can watch it here. It's like 4 minutes long, but it's still very interesting and goes into a little bit of detail regarding more about Tom. Consider that kind of like a spin-off to this video here, although it's not. Watch Mojo and I are not affiliated in any way, although I wish we were, you know. Sometimes I might take a few ideas from some of their videos, but they're probably never gonna see me or sue me, so please don't. Anyway, so I actually think I'm gonna wrap it up, you know. Tom Brady, he started off his career, he was very like he was a very lightly, what's the term that they used here? He was a lightly regarded prospect out of college, you know. He had a very unimpressive performance, we're forcing you to know, in the scouting combine, but that's why he was selected so low. But when he finally made it to the professional level, he just like blew up, man, you know. And he won the most wins for a quarterback, you know. He won so many games, he didn't lose a single season. So it really, like, it skyrocketed him to the top of the charts in the NFL, you know. So that's why he's known as a draft steal. And I think that's it, guys. Hopefully I was able to give you enough details about him, you know. I wanted to make it short, his career statistics, his accomplishments, you know, show you guys the clips and stuff, you know. And I don't know, I can probably go on and on and on about him, you know, narrate his career, but I don't really want to, you know. I'm pretty sure that when he does retire, his number 12 jersey will also be, you know, like Michael Jordan's 23, you know, in basketball. Nobody's ever gonna touch his 12 jersey in the Patriots or the Buccaneers, I'm sure of that. So yeah, I guess that's it. There's really nothing else I can say that I haven't said already, you know. So yeah, guys, he attended college in Michigan from 96 to 99. There, something that I hadn't said before previously. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you're a fan of football, then forgive me if I butchered any details or kind of said something incorrectly. I am still understanding how the sport works. And if you don't like football and you watched it anyway, thanks. You really support my channel if you watched the video up until here without liking the sport. But hopefully you learned something new, okay? Tom Brady, man, the GOAT, greatest of all time, until somebody tells me otherwise or proves me otherwise. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like and also subscribe to my channel because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, might as well also hit the notification bell down there so you can know exactly what time my uploads come out, eh? And that's it for now, guys. Stay tuned to other player profiles and my my Madden NFL 21 gameplays. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen.